Hi guys, in the previous video I talked about adding turns and adding the world manager. In this video I will be talking about adding props in the infinite runner ultimate. So first, before starting to add the props, I have to add the pool manager. I will go to game object, create empty. I will change its name to pool manager. I will change its tag to pool manager. Next, I will add the pool manager.cs script to it. I can now add any number of obstacles that I want to be used in the track obstacle script from here. And I have to assign a unique name to each of these obstacles. First, I will start by adding 3 props. One is the battering ram. Second is this hover pad. And third is this robot arm. I can also select the pooled amount that I want. Next step will be to create a track obstacle mesh at the place we want our object to be created. I will go to create infinite runner tool and create a new track obstacle mesh. I will place it at a proper position. One thing I must notice that the track obstacle has 2 parts. One is the track obstacle parent, which has the track obstacle script attached to it, and another is the track obstacle mesh. This mesh can be replaced by any mesh you want. If you replace it by a different mesh, then the triangles of that particular mesh will be used for creating the props. In this case, the place where I want to create props is a plane. So I think a plane mesh should do the work. One thing we must note that we must not change the coordinates of this mesh. Its local coordinates should always be 0, 0, 0. If we wish to change the coordinates, we should move the track obstacle parent. If we wish to change the scaling of this mesh, then we should modify its scaling of the mesh. We should not modify the scaling of track obstacle. This seems to be good. Now here is the place where I want my props, the 3 props that I selected, I added in the pool manager to appear. I want to be randomly placed around this mesh. So here I can add the different procedures on the basis of which it will be placed. I will check use other pool manager to true. Then I will click add new obstacle. Here I can select all the three obstacles that I had added in the pool manager. Then I can add different procedures to each and every obstacle. One more thing is that you can we can set the obstacle appearance probability. If we set this obstacle appearance probability to 1, that means at each and every triangle of this particular mesh an obstacle will be created. If we set it to a low value, that means only at some places it will be created. So each and every obstacle I can also set a separation distance. This is the difference that this obstacle should be from any other obstacle. Another important procedure, that is the object fixed transform. The use of object fixed transform is that it will change the props particular coordinate to 0. Suppose we select object fixed transform to be x. That means its local x coordinate will select to 0. If we think of this x, y and z axis as a line, and if we set the x of this new track obstacle 1 to y, that means all the obstacles will appear in this particular line. That is, its y coordinate will become 0. So it will all appear in this plane mesh. And similarly, if we set this to x, that means its x coordinate will become 0. That is, it will appear in the line y axis. This is as simple as finding a projection with respect to a particular axis. We can add different procedures to any of the particular obstacle. For example, align with mesh normals, rotate with vector, move with vector, rotate with random, and so on. These all procedures will be done one after the other after placing them in the triangle. You can look at the example scene that has been included on how different procedures have been added to achieve a different way obstacles are placed. That's all for the video. Thanks for watching.